Today's experiment is quantitative determination of AST in serum or plasma. This test is important for liver function, and when we need to evaluate the function of liver, we can perform AST test. It is also called ASAT, aspartate aminotransferase test, and this enzyme can be uh, there will be different design which will be utilized to estimate um, aspartate aminotransferase transferase activity. First of all, this experiment, method of principle of this experiment. When you need to evaluate the principle, there will be L-aspartate is the amino acid which is present in the liver cells. It would react with 2-oxoglutarate. When we need to find the quantity of aspartate aminotransferase, we can use a kit, and in kit there will be reagents are prepared in specific quantity, and we can estimate this enzyme or the activity of this enzyme in the liver cells. First of all, the principle of this experiment is there will be two fundamental reaction of this experiment, and we can estimate the quantity of AST in the liver cells by these two reactions. And first reaction is here L-aspartate. It would react with 2-oxoglutarate. This chemical will be available in the reagent one or the reagents which are provided by the company. This method is from MTD kit or MTD diagnostics. And in the kit method there will be different reagents would available in the kit, or reagents which are available in the kit method. First of all, when you need to proceed AST, there will be L-aspartate. It is reacting with 2-oxoglutarate, and there will be AST enzyme which is present in the serum. And this enzyme would convert L-aspartate into L-glutamate, and this L-glutamate will be the byproduct of this reaction, and oxaloacetate will be the active compound which will be utilized in the next biochemical reaction. Now you will have two products. One is L-glutamate. It will be byproduct. We are not going to use this L-glutamate. You will This test would use oxaloacetate, and this oxaloacetate would react with another compound, that is coenzyme, and it would be available in the kit in reagent 1. Now oxaloacetate is reacting with one molecule of NADH in the presence of MDH. It is another enzyme, and the product will be L-malate and NAD. Now L-malate is the active compound, and you will take the absorbance of L-malate by using spectrophotometer. And after taking absorbance of L-malate, you can find the quantity of AST, or you can find the activity of AST in the serum sample. Now the specimen that will be serum or plasma, and you can store the serum sample or plasma at 2 to 8 degrees Celsius, and you need to take the sample in EDTA vial or heparin vial. These will be anticoagulant agents, and we can also store the serum sample for 8 to 10 days at 15 to 25 degrees Celsius as well. But we can store this sample for the estimation of AST at minus 20 degrees Celsius for 3 months, and within the duration of these 3 months, you can estimate the AST in the serum sample if you store the serum sample at minus 20 degrees Celsius. Now, what will be the composition of reagents in this experiment? The kit is providing us two reagents. One is R1 and second reagent is R2. In R1 there will be enzymes, and in R2 there will be 2-oxoglutarate and NADH. First of all, the composition of reagent 1, that is trace pH. This is the buffer solution and its pH should be 7.65. And there will be L-aspartate. This is the amino acid which will be the reactant for 2-oxoglutarate. And the enzyme AST will be present in the serum sample, which we are going to estimate by this method. First of all, MDH stand for malate dehydrogenase. This is an enzyme which will be available in the kit, and LDH is another enzyme which will be again available in the kit. It stands for lactate dehydrogenase. These two enzymes will be prepared by the company, and it will be provided by the company in the kit. And these two enzymes will be utilized in the basic biochemical reaction, which is represented in the principle. And AST will be available in the serum sample in which we need to evaluate the AST. So first of all, AST will be in first reaction. AST will be utilized to produce oxaloacetate, and the substrates L-aspartate and 2-oxoglutarate will be available in the kit. So now the first reaction will be done by the serum enzyme, that is AST, and it would produce oxaloacetate, which is produced here, and this oxaloacetate will be further utilized, and the coenzyme which will be available in the reagent 2, it would react with oxaloacetate to produce L-malate, which will be active reagent. And the enzyme which will be used to produce L-malate, that will be malate dehydrogenase, and it will be available in reagent 1. Now, first of all, how will you what will be the storage instructions for these reagents? These are the storage instructions for the reagent and the sample solution. The reagents are stable up to end of the indicated month of expiry, and we need to store these reagents as at 8 degrees Celsius or 2 to 8 degrees Celsius in refrigerator. So now, reagent preparation and stability. How will you prepare the reagent? Actually, these reagents are ready to use, and we can directly proceed the experiment. Now, what will be the procedure of this experiment? How can you estimate the amount of AST in the sample solution? This is the procedure how you can estimate the AST in the serum. Uh, you will use 340 nanometer to take the absorbance of L-malate, and you need to prepare three test tube. One test tube will be labeled as blank, and second test tube that will be labeled as standard, and third test tube that will be labeled as sample. And you will turn on your spectrophotometer before 15 or 20 minutes to use. It will be warm up, and then you will set the spectrophotometer at 340 nanometer, and you will use the cuvette. Its diameter should be 1 centimeter, and the temperature of spectrophotometer should be 37 degrees Celsius. And you need to take the absorbance against the blank test tube or against your blank reagent. First of all, what will be the quantity of different reagents you will use in this procedure? So first of all, you will use working reagent, and its quantity should be 1000 microgram, and the sample you will take, that will be 100 microgram. First of all, how will you prepare the working reagent, and how will you proceed this experiment? So first of all, we would proceed this experiment by using substrate start procedure. And when you need to proceed with the substrate start procedure, you will take 100 microliters serum sample in test tube which is labeled as sample. This is the first set test tube, and it is the second test tube. It is labeled as blank. This test tube is labeled as blank test tube, and this is the second test tube. You will label it as standard test tube, and it is the third test tube. You will label it as sample test tube. In sample test tube, you will add 100 microliter sample solution, and in standard test tube, in this kit method, you will not use the standard solution. You will use the given factor. This is a given factor, and we can find the concentration, we can find the activity of AST in the serum solution. So in this experiment, we are not going to use standard test tube, as the standard would not given is not given in this kit method, and you will use two test tube. One test tube will be labeled as blank, and second test tube will be labeled as sample solution. This is the sample test tube. So here in this kit method, there is no given standard solution, so we don't need to use any standard solution in this experiment. You will use two test tubes. One test tube will be labeled as blank, and other test tube will be labeled as sample. First of all, you will start with the substrate start procedure, and in sample test tube, you will take R1, and its volume should be 800 microliter, and then you will add 100 microliter sample solution. Now you will mix these two reagents for 1 minute, and after 1 minute, after incubation for 1 minute, after 1 minute you will add the reagent 2. It is 200 microliter. Its volume is 200 microliter, and now you will add 200 microliter reagent R2. Now, in the blank test tube, you will use the same procedure. First of all, you will add 800 microliter R1, and in second step you will add 100 microliter distilled water. In blank test tube, instead of serum, you will use distilled water, and after 1 minute you will add 200 microliter R2. Now you will add R2 in blank test tube. Now you will mix and read the absorbance after 1 minute and start stopwatch. Then read the absorbance again after 1 minute. Then you will read the absorbance after 2 minutes, and again you will read the absorbance after 3 minutes. First of all, you will place the blank test tube in the you will take the absorbance of blank solution or blank reagent which you have prepared. First of all, you will transfer the material in cuvette, and then you will place the cuvette in spectrophotometer and make the absorbance 0. in case of blank, and in second step you will use the reagent which you have prepared in this sample test tube. You will transfer this material in cuvette, and you will take the absorbance of sample solution in spectrophotometer at 340 nanometer after 1 minute. Then again you will take the absorbance of same sample solution after 2 minutes, and then again you will take the absorbance of sample solution after 3 minutes. Now in this experiment you will take three different readings after 1 minute, after 2 minutes, and after 3 minutes. For absorbance readings, calculate delta A per minute and multiply by the corresponding factor from table which is given below. Here you will use this formula, that is delta A over 1 minute into factor, and it would provide us the activity of aspartate aminotransferase, or it would provide us the activity of AST. It is also called ASAT. So first of all, when you have taken the three readings at 340 nanometer, after 1 minute of mixing the reagent, then after 2 minutes, and then after 3 minutes, you will take the three absorbances, and now you will find the delta A. Right here you have three absorbances: absorbance A1, absorbance A2 after 2 minutes, and then you have absorbance A3 after 3 minutes. Now you have three different absorbances, maybe in increasing pattern or maybe in decreasing pattern. Now you will use these three absorbances to find the delta A. You will find the difference in these absorbances. And now after calculating the difference in these absorbances, you will use this given formula. The formula is the activity of AST, or you can say the activity of ASAT, aspartate aminotransferase. This is the enzyme which we are calculating, estimating in the serum. AST activity, you will use this formula to find the activity of AST in the given serum sample solution. Now you have calculated the delta A. Now you will put the delta A here over minute over 1. Here you will provide the time in minutes, and that is 1. And now you will multiply it with the factor. Factor is already calculated by the company which is preparing the kit. Here the factor is calculation factor, that is 1745. This is the factor which you need to use to estimate the activity of AST in the given sample solution. Calculation factor, that is sample and substrate. Now you will use this 1745. This is the lambda max of L malate, that is 340 nanometer, and this factor 1745 will be applicable only when you will take the absorbance of L malate. This is a compound which is formed in the test tube when you have added the oxaloacetate in the reagent tube. There will be formation of L malate, and this factor 1745 will be applicable to calculate the AST levels in the serum solution only in case when you have taken the absorbance at 340 nanometer. If you have taken the absorbance at some other lambda maxes, in that case the value of factor will be different, or the value of factor may be different in different manuals of kits of different companies. This company, the manual of this manual is from MTD Diagnostic, and MTD Diagnostics providing us the factor 1745. Maybe in some other companies, in the manual of some other companies, the factor may be 1645 or 1345. It will be variable for different companies according to the concentration of reagents, according to the concentration of enzymes which are available in the kits. So here, when you need to estimate the quantity of AST, you will use this formula, and this formula is here. This is the AST, delta A over minute into factor. Here you need to put the difference in the absorbances which you have calculated during absorbance 1 in 1 minute, absorbance 2 in 2 minutes, and then absorbance 3 of the sample in 3 minutes. Then you will calculate the difference and you will put the difference here, and you will divide it with 1 minute, and then you will multiply it with factor. It would provide us the level of AST in the serum. So the expected values of AST in women, it should be 13 international unit. The unit for enzyme activity, that is international unit, it is represented with U over I, and the value for men it will be 35 units or international units. And in case of women, the quantity should be less than 31 international unit, and in men it should be less than 35 international units. So this is the expected value, and if we have more concentration, if we have more enzyme activity, more than 35 international units or 31 international units in females, it's mean there will be maybe there is a damage in the liver cells or liver tissues due to some infections. So this test is used to diagnose the pathological conditions in the liver, and mostly we use this test to evaluate the function of liver, or we use this test to diagnose the infections or liver damage. This is all about today's experiment. If you have any questions, you can ask, please.